I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Tricknick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Tricknick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Boom, check it out, I don't know it's Jason. I'm here represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jace representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.
All right. Welcome back. This is the big one, the excited one, as we are going to talk about the Arsenal, the Gunners. Well, no. Well, welcome back to the channel, people. This is the EPL. It should be preview, not review show. All right. So hopefully you see the correction. We did try to correct it afterwards. We're getting old. Yeah. Top team, bro. Yo, man. Big up to all the Arsenal fans. Last season, this time we were in despair. But this time we are in great rejoicing and we are in jubilant mood because of the start that our team have had at the beginning of the season. And I think how things are tomorrow, it is set up so nicely. All right, because we go look at all the games. I should be having a Manchester United fan. I should be having a Chelsea fan, a City fan, and we have the great man who needs to spend. People, if when this man come on the platform, first thing I want to tell him that we just need to buy a midfielder and a left winger, and we need a centre back too. Talk to him, people.
My name's man, why your camera is down? My camera blackout. Can't see it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, listen, the lighting is poor. I'm in Delaware.
No, something's wrong with my thing. I don't know what it is. It's I can see you on my iPad, but I can't see you on my computer for some reason. It's weird. But you gave me the wrong time because you want me on your show. You gave me 7 p.m. and your show is at 8. You know, when you try to get somebody into your environment, you give them wrong times and them turn up.
No. I give you the right time.
Go and look at your phone, man. You gave me.
I give you 7.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock now.
No, but I'm giving you 7 Jamaican time because that's we normally communicate Jamaican time.
I hate to tell you this. You're in the US and you give me Jamaican time.
Because you know what? You know why? Because I was sending the link to some Jamaicans.
Right.
Persons in Jamaica as well. So I had the same time. But you're right, I should have given you it.
I'm gonna come back in because I'm not seeing you. This is weird.
Okay, all right then.
We're gonna come back in.
Yeah. Yes, people. Wait a second. Did you know? Yeah, if we win 3 games, it would be the first time since the 04-05 season. Yep. And I think it is really set up that way. We're gonna go through the games quickly. All the games that are going to be played over the weekend, and then we're gonna also speak about the Monday game. And we're gonna discuss a little bit the possible transfer of Casemiro. Very surprising. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Listen,
right.
Cranky,
that's
better now?
That's much better.
All right. So I thought it was because my lighting is poor because I couldn't get most of the equipment. But Cranky, listen, before we get into the games, listen, what are we doing with this Tielemans business? So somebody said I'm so turned off from this Tielemans. This is an Arsenal fan. What are we doing with this Tielemans?
I don't think we should pursue Tielemans.
Okay.
Here's what happened, man. Fans get excited about any player you're gonna buy. I realize that. Like most fans don't even think about the quality of the player much. So long as you're spending money on buying someone for a lot of fans. Now Tielemans has some good qualities, but Tielemans is not a player that excites me. Did you see Tielemans when we played him against Leicester? Did Tielemans turn up? Was Tielemans on the field?
No, I think that it was tough for him. Cranky, if all season you have been told that this is the team you could be going.
You go show them that they should buy you. Man, is when you show them they should buy you. Where are you stepping up? Where are you showing your qualities?
I think it was tough. I just knew that he was going to have a bad game. I'm telling you.
No, but man, he's not as good as people think. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He can score from outside the box, but defensively he's okay, even though his stats suggest otherwise. And offensively he's good, but in totality of a midfielder who demands and commands in the midfield. I hear Robbie and all them talking about Tielemans, and Robbie needs something to talk about on his show when he gives his transfer update. But I'm not a buyer. If we get him, I'm indifferent.
Okay, I watched Gakpo in the Champions League qualifier. He doesn't impress me for PSV.
I haven't watched him play, so I can't comment on him. What's highlights up is Anthony. I think Anthony has ridiculous.
Yeah, but if Manchester bid 60 million euros for him and didn't get him, I don't think Arsenal going to buy him.
I don't think we're going to buy a winger unless we buy Pino. The thing what happens is
I don't think we're buying Pino. I think we're getting Neto from Wolves.
Neto doesn't score. Why does everyone think because someone is skillful, they're going to fit into your team the way you want him to? Neto is a brilliant player when he has the ball. What's his output? How many goals does Neto have? Neto stats aren't better than Pepe's stats. Between assist and goals. Now, I play in a more inferior Wolves team that doesn't score a lot of goals and play 3 at the back. But Neto is a very good player, don't get me wrong, but his stats doesn't justify his price tag or the accolades he's receiving. So I'm not a buyer. I'm a buyer for... I don't see enough of Anthony to make a definitive decision, but I like what I see. I'm a buyer of Savic, who plays in Serie A, who I think is a beast in the midfield, but a little bit older, at 27. I'm a buyer of Zaha. I think Zaha, even though he's 29...
I think Zaha is lazy though, but go ahead.
So here, Dockland's tendency start cracking us on, let's spend money. Dockland's spending. People shouldn't talk about what they don't know. Since 2019, we have spent 400 and I think it's 48 million pounds, some in that region. You think about another team that spent $500 million and is not in the top 4. Everton spent about $500 million, don't know what they bought. At least we have some quality that we buy between the Parties of the world and the Salibas of the world and the Gabriels. Everton can't show you 2 good players they have for their $500 million. But that's a lot of money. There are very few teams. Liverpool hasn't spent as much as us. Probably Man City has spent probably more than us. None of our team, Tottenham has spent as much as us. So we have been one of the highest spenders. Man United have spent, but they can't show what they spent for. So I don't think people have this misconception. Yes, in the early years, in the Wenger years, we didn't spend money because it was a self-sustaining model. We now realize since the Abramovich era and the Man City era that we have to spend money, and we've been spending money. We spent the most money last year, and we haven't been bad this year. So we have spent.
All right. So, well, he did answer that question. He said we should buy Zaha. And then in response, the
Savic and Zaha. Savic
right.
and Zaha.
So he's saying about Tillman, and this is in response to Tillman's stats. He's saying that, yes, his stats mean that he's a good player, and he does come back and defend. So he has two aspects to his game. So he's speaking in reference to Tillman.
Yeah, but he doesn't look. Man, if I'm gonna for this team that I have now, I'm trying to compete for a title.
Is he an upgrade on Xhaka?
Right? If I'm gonna spend all that money, I want a dominating midfielder. When they're there, their presence is seen. When he played against us, I swear, man, it was after the game I thought about, Tielemans played for Leicester. I'm serious. He wasn't in the game at all. Even when they came back in the second half, he wasn't the one pulling the strings.
Yeah, it was Madison, but he actually got substituted though.
But man, it's even worse.
No, I think the coach. I think the coach. The coach.
You got substituted, and I should buy you. Now, one game doesn't make a player, so it's unfair judgment one game. But I haven't been at Tielemans. I hear everybody, Curtis, Robbie. I'm on another channel in the UK. So, and I'm like, I'm indifferent, guys. I'm not.
Right. Here's where now you and I are going to split at this. Zaha, they say you're crazy. Zaha has one facet to his game, and modern soccer has multiple dimensions to a single player. So he says you're crazy, sir. I don't know if that means, but he's not crazy. But I do agree that Zaha doesn't track back. He doesn't defend. I can't see Zaha and Arteta working.
Man is man. If I don't have to do something, I don't do it.
Okay.
If you don't have to track back because you're the star, you're like a Grealish when he was at Villa, then and they tell you to stay up the field management because they want to counter-attack. That's how they play nowadays. You should stay up the field. You don't need to track back as much. He tracks back, not as much as we will require. But Zaha has been Crystal Palace. There's no doubting that. Zaha has been dominant. Man. When Zaha gets the ball, man, he treats defenders with disdain. Now, I can't hear you, man. Look like you mute yourself. Because you're going to talk about Zaha. You deserve to mute yourself.
Isn't it fair to say that, who I think for Crystal Palace Arsenal should buy? Eze.
No, he's not there yet. Eze was at Arsenal, by the way.
Yeah, no, he came to Arsenal and trial, but they didn't buy him.
No, he was at Arsenal in the academy, but they didn't keep him.
I prefer him than Zaha because he does more to me. Yeah, Frankie. Zaha is lazy.
Man. Zaha is quick, strong, skillful. Man, you have to double team him, man. No one player. You play with Arsenal team. Zaha. That means Xhaka is open, playing on the left and the right.
Listen, he would not fit into the Arsenal. This is why Pepe don't play now, because they have some similarities. They hold on to the ball. And Arteta don't do that. They don't press very well. They don't. Their recovery run is poor. I can't see that. I can't. But
you know what Emery wanted Zaha, man? Why did Emery want Zaha?
Why Emery wanted Zaha?
Yeah.
Because Emery played a different style than Arteta.
No. He wanted Zaha because when he played against Zaha, he destroyed us, and he saw it up close and personal. And he told when we played him at the Emirates.
Before the game says, I'm glad Edu is in charge of Arsenal.
I wanted Jesus. I am not the biggest Saka fan, for example. Everyone go gaga about Saka, and I look at Saka's game and says, good player, good kid, have skills. How many times has Zaha he pick up the ball and just run by a defender? Create mismatches, create isolations one-on-one. Everybody else says double team. He's double team because he stops the ball, he puts his left foot, he jockey, defense recover, and then he has to play it inside to Odegaard. One-dimensional game. You playing with Zaha, giving the ball out there. Now, he could end up like a Grealish at Man City, which is his way of playing doesn't fit. But he's quicker than Grealish. He's skillful. He's physical. He always gets fouled. I don't know. Look, some players create. We don't have consensus on them and their ability. So Pepe, a lot of Arsenal fans love Pepe, and they don't understand why he doesn't get play. But then they get convinced because of how well we're doing, because otherwise they'd be complaining, right? Because of his skills. So here's the players: Zaha, Saint Maximin, Grealish, Pepe, all in a similar category, Very skillful, may not work as hard as they should. End product is not as great. But Pepe's stats, when he played well, was what, 16 and 47 or something like that? Or 18 and 47? He was playing well, but if you get game time management, you can't play. He's not a stat I give you management. He's a real stat. Jesus stat at Man City. 55 goals in 99 games as a starter. I'm going to say the stats 101 times. 5 goals in 60 games as a substitute. That's why when you get stats management, decipher the stats. Break down the stats. Understand the stats. Pepe's coming on game after game after game. He ain't scoring. Jesus wasn't scoring in a Man City team, which is a better offensive team than ours. So it's not a fair comparison. People who talk about these things and I listen to the pundits, half the time they don't know what they're talking about. They just don't. Or they don't look through the information. They take it at face value. So I don't want to dominate the program about Arsenal. We're in a good place. Last year we were 0-3, 9 goals for, 9 goals against, 0-4.
Yeah.
At the end of this weekend. This year, it's a whole different ballgame. We're in a good spot.
Yeah, this guy now trying to trouble him because he's convinced that Martin Odegaard is a phenom. Listen, Martin Odegaard is overrated, and I keep telling him that.
Martin Odegaard is a good player, but think about this, guys. When you talk about players, really assess the totality of the capability of the player. So Martin Odegaard, good in the hole, good passer, can have vision, athletically challenged. So he runs around a lot, probably have the most kilometers run in the game, just like Ozil, by the way. And Ozil was the laziest player on the field. You run around in a spot, you can have a lot of tracking. So even in the press, he's not as quick as he needs to be as effective as he needs to be. Not a very good goal scorer. Doesn't score as much as he should. Plays on the right side most of the time. Don't play as a true number 10. So he has deficiency in his game. And you'll see it when Vieira gets more game time. Because how many players have we seen Martin go by? I like players who go by people, create mismatches, create chaos in your defense. Martin Odegaard does it with his passing, but not with his one-on-one skill set. Good player, but I think we should temper down like he's a genius. There's a reason why Real Madrid sold him. And by the way, most people don't play with a 10 anymore. Odegaard can't play in a 3-man midfield where you're playing 3 across. He can only play as a 10. Doesn't fit as an 8, not a 6.
Are you hearing me?
We're hearing you now, yes.
Yeah. All right. So I have to change my earphone. Welcome to the show, Highgate. All right. But Kanki, let me just say this. I like what this person is saying. Maxima is a dribbling disaster, fast and foolish. Management, which era your host is? The old Brocky Boo era, I think he's saying. But let me say this. I do believe that Zaha is a forward. Yeah, man. But I don't think he offers anything else. Just like Saint Maxima. Saint Maxima does a lot, but goes nowhere.
So, management, it also depends on the team you're playing in, management. If I'm playing in an inferior team, I'm going to have to do more because that's what's demanded of me. Like Grealish was at Villa. If I'm playing a team where everybody's moving the ball, that may be what I'm required to do, is move the ball. All right? So we can't always say that Zaha is not a good player. Zaha's carried Palace for all his... We wanted to buy him. They wanted 70... The reason why we didn't buy Zaha to management, because they wanted 70 million pounds up front, and we paid Pepe in drips. Pepe was like 20 mil. We didn't have 70 to give up front. Management, we can't hear you. At least I can't hear you. You're talking to yourself like a madman. Still can't hear you. The actually people are hearing you because I'm not hearing you. Still can't hear your Mannings, man. Still can't. You're not sure what's happening. If you take off your headset, try without your headset. Is it plugged in or is it Bluetooth? Maybe I'm not hearing you. Let me see if it's me. I don't think so. Are you guys in the chat? Are you hearing me or you hear Mannings? Which one? Or neither, frankly. Yeah, I hear King Job saying no sound.
You hearing me?
Check. I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now.
I mute myself. I don't know. Cranky, you're sending somebody over here to mute my thing when I'm about to beat you.
No. It's like you're in Jamaica. You think you're still in Jamaica.
All right. So let me say this. I think Zah is a good player, but presently, what is happening is I think that how Arsenal play, we would not fit in. Where's Highgate? I need Highgate to come on because I don't want us to be stuck on Arsenal, right? Because I don't
know. No. Zaha defies opinion. We will never get consensus on Zaha. But a lot of people rate him more and more. As Crystal Palace is getting better, Mannings, man, his ratings continue to escalate. The better they get, because now they have a decent team. You see when they played us, how they placed off the park in the second half. His ratings continue to go up as they get better. So
yeah.
Welcome,
right,
Highgate.
Yeah, man. Welcome, Highgate. Highgate, listen, I know you're on the other side of Manchester, but I want to ask you quickly, what do you think of the Manchester United purchase in midfield? Casemiro.
Like Highgate having problems like you are. He's not hearing you. You hearing me, Highgate? He's not hearing you, man.
Highgate.
He's not hearing you. Hearing you.
We're not hearing. All right.
Yeah, we're not hearing. Internet problem.
Yeah, we're having some issues. So, Cranky, listen, let's look at the first game. I think this is good for Arsenal because Tottenham is going to be playing the first game in the morning versus Wolves at home. I love for this. I think the Wolves team played better in their second game, right? Because the first game, they had an unfortunate defeat. The second game, they tied at home with Fulham, although they should have lost because Mitrovic missed a penalty. He went the same way he went in the Liverpool game, and I think in these days you have to change up for your work. So, what is your prediction for that game? I think that the referees are going to be against Tottenham for this game, so I think it's going to be a draw.
No, I don't think the ref is going to be a problem for this game. Tottenham actually, it's funny, man. So Tottenham has spent a lot of money this year, unlike what they did in the past. They had I think someone put in 150 mil, but they have not been playing the players they bought.
Yeah, because Besuma is on the bench, Jed is on the bench.
Yeah, they've been so. Yeah. It's interesting that he keep playing the same players. He did make some changes at early second half against Chelsea, but they were poor against Chelsea. Now Wolves, are, as I call the Portugal national team, can't score goals, haven't been that great. Got rid of their captain. It's been interesting for Wolves. They're going through a change, actually, change in personnel. So we'll see what happens. But I expect Tottenham to win.
Yeah. Highgate, you hearing us now?
No, it's on. The signals are good at all.
Oh yeah, it is.
I get so like it on TV, Jay. Picture and then the sound come like
yeah. No, it's not like one of them kung fu movie.
Yeah, kung fu. No, that's why I watch TVJ here. Actually, you see the sound and the picture, and then you see it.
Somebody's asking how come Highgate is in Manchester. I thought with a name like that, he would be in St. Mary. He is in St. Mary, Mr. Porter. That's why he's called Highgate, because he's in St. Mary.
That's with the personal answer.
Yeah. All right. You listen, Highgate. So what? All right. So listen, we're not getting it. I think the quality is going to be poor. So you want to normally go in the comment section because I want you to type in your comment and give us your thoughts on the Casemiro signing at Manchester United. Because we're hearing an echo now and we don't want it to disturb the feed.
So like the police disturb the peace.
Yeah. So what are you? Yeah. Highgate.
Yeah, but why? No, but that's not. It's just so away.
All right. So here's what you do. All right. So here's what you do. Right? You hearing me now?
Yeah. Well, that's not clear, but go on.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on the Manchester United purchase? I know you're a City fan, but what is your thoughts on Manchester purchasing Casemiro from Real Madrid?
What is my thought on Casemiro purchasing? Manu purchasing Casemiro?
Yeah.
A good buy, but the fact that them that have a Frankie De Jong. One of the qualities of Frankie De Jong have. Frankie De Jong and Casemiro are two different players to me now. So for one, I would say yeah, on good buy. But if I want replacements for Frankie, would I say not really a good buy.
Okay. All right. You're freezing. So let me just ask you about your team game and then you can go. And then you can probably go in the comment section. Manchester City, we're going to skip down to your game, which is a Sunday game. Give us your thoughts on your game versus Newcastle. You're playing Newcastle at St. James Park. What is your prediction?
All right. Now you're clear about you're Newcastle, so you want me asking something about Newcastle and Manchester City match?
Yeah. Just respond to that and then
like what was asking. Newcastle makes some good purchase, you know. Them side look alright, them side, but City's supposed to win. It's supposed to be an easy win. But may I hope Phil Foden coming with a different mindset, because the previous game, the whole world away from Haaland to score. Everybody in this team away from Haaland to score. Him get a ball when he could have passed to Haaland, him get an easy tap in, never do it. The second one, him probably could have passed it to him, but it look a bit tight. Someone blame him feet. Only thing I hope, we're supposed to win the game. But just hope say Haaland get a goal or two.
All right then. All right. So listen, we're going you don't have to what you can do, because we need to fix the internet thing, is you can go in the comment section because you're struggling to hear. All right. So I'm gonna remove you so you can go in the comment section and then you can operate from there. All right. And then next week we can probably start it out. Yeah, man. Respect. All right. So Cranky, let's go back to let's go back to the first game we're talking about. The Tottenham. You were saying that Tottenham using the same players that they had, though they have purchased players. Right. Did he buy them for the league or because they have the Champions League though? Because that could be the reason for the purchase.
No, the purchase is to strengthen the squad. The purpose is to try to win the league. Arteta and Conte are not trying to comfort the management. The media and the fans seem to think that the first three places are taken and all their teams are fighting for fourth. And that's not how prominent coaches think. Arteta's view and Conte's view is I want to win the league. I need a squad of players, because I'm playing in two main competitions along with League Cup and FA Cup, to compete in those teams. And I'm going to try to match up my players with the competition and hope my coaching can get me over the top, even if they have better quality players. There's a misconception by the media and pundits and others that these coaches are trying to make top four. They're trying to win the league. That's why they say I'm buying quality. Now, I assume that he's thinking, you know what? I'm going to blend them in slowly. I'll start off with people. The teams I'm playing, I can beat them. But I'll bring in Bissouma and Richardson over time. And Kulusevski, for example, played well in the first game. That's why he retained his place over Richardson, who was suspended. Jurasek, I'm surprised he didn't play him. He played Davis and Sessegnon, but now he has a good squad, and they'll do well.
Yeah, but didn't Sessegnon score as well?
He scored the previous game, but he took him. He was the first change the last game, right?
Yeah. And then I'm surprised that he hasn't been playing Bissouma.
I am surprised too, but he likes Højbjerg, and he's playing back in it, so he only sort of had two midfielders, right? Bentancur and Højbjerg, and he brought up Bentancur from Syria, so he's going to play him for a bit. Bentancur didn't play well at all. He was poor.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Bissouma didn't get more game time. But when Bissouma gets his game time, the problem he has is that Højbjerg and Bissouma are similar players. They don't have enough offensive skill, and Bentancur give him more of that. So he has to think about how to balance the team out, because if he plays both of them, then who gets the ball to his three forwards who are very dangerous?
And you know what I realized, as somebody said it to me, that Harry Kane normally struggles at the beginning of the season with scoring and picks it up later in the season. And you're seeing that again.
He's not getting much service, right? Chelsea dominated that game. he didn't get much service at all in that game. I mean, they scored 4 in their first game against Southampton, right? So it really didn't matter. But against Chelsea, I mean, he scored. I think Reece James scored that goal, but that's not a story. He scored, and the goal shouldn't have been given because it should have been a red card for Amaria, for Ramirez, the defender. But no, he'll score his goals. He'll get goals.
Yeah, but I know that Wolves have added players, right?
Yeah, they just bought somebody for 30-something mil, or
yeah, which is to replace Neto in their team, which is a bit. I think
I'm not sure if it's replaced or people always think that people buy people to replace them. They sold Gibbs White, and got a lot of money for him. So
$42 million to.
No, they got 25 million. Why does the press do that?
Up front. But I mean,
money's man. The press like to quote the highest price it can go to because it sounds really good. You get 25 million up front. The next 70 million is based on performance and bonuses. Nobody quotes something which is contingent in the future. You can say it can rise up to 42. It's not 42 mil.
Okay, they have
bonuses are achieved. You don't get that money.
Matheus Nunes from Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, and it's a Portuguese team, right? You're just adding more. That's the shopping ground. Mendes making his money. So that's how Mendes make his money.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's club football, cranky. That's fine.
Yeah. So he make his money.
Yeah, but I'm thinking this game is going to be Tottenham 2, Wolves 0. I don't think Wolves have gotten it together yet, so I'm picking them to win.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. All right. That's a 7:30 game. Right. The next game will be Everton versus Nottingham Forest, and I think this is a defeat for Everton. I think Nottingham Forest means business. I was thinking that they're going to go down, but the amount of players that Nottingham Forest has brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 players.
Yeah, it reminds you of Fulham 2 years ago.
The recent one is Morgan Gibbs White, but they also have Chick Coyote, who was at Crystal Palace. So he's there now. He's a midfielder. Plays for
Senegal.
Mane's team.
Yeah, Senegal.
Yeah, they also have Jesse Lingard, Nico Williams from Liverpool. They had added Omar Richards from Bayern Munich. You understand me?
Man's man. Yeah. Which side remind you of? Which team does it remind you of?
Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Fulham did the same thing when they got promoted.
Something closer to your home. Something closer to home.
Jamaica.
A pickup team. It's a pickup team, man. A pickup team. Pickup team take care of blend the minds, man. They were poor against West Ham, man. They were poor. West Ham dominated them, and West Ham were dominated by City. Now, City's not a good barometer to judge anyone.
Yeah.
But they were poor. They got too many players. You can't buy so many players. That's what Fulham did 2 years ago. Look, after a while, in the middle of the season, they may get to be, settled down, but it's very disruptive when I've been through that management as a player. When you don't work hard, I bring a man up from second division to first, and you get benched and get through it. And this thing having a management.
Yeah.
You play camps. They're gonna be people in different camps. Painful.
So you think that they're going to lose? Because
I don't know if they're gonna lose because Everton doesn't have a striker. But I'm gonna pick Everton to win 2-1.
Everton.
Because you know what? I like Onana, even though he gave away the second goal last week. Look, Everton almost beat Villa, especially late in the game. Villa didn't dominate them, and Villa had a good team in Everton has changed. Their defense has gotten better. They're bringing the kids.
Yeah, because Connor Cody has come in.
Cody's coming.
Yeah.
Kid from what was it? Burnley.
Tarkowski
has come in. They have a non-man in midfield. Iwobi's playing well in the midfield. They have Gray and Gordon out wide. They just don't have a center forward. That's what they're missing. They play well against Chelsea, man. Chelsea shouldn't have beat them unless for the Corey's madness. They shouldn't have lost. They could have get a better result last week. So Yeah. I am not saying they're going to lose. I think they win 2-1. I think Everton will win.
Okay. Well, I'm going with Norwich City with a 1-0 win.
You mean Nottingham Forest, not Norwich?
Nottingham Forest. Sorry, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest. Yeah. I don't know how you're going to manage it because if you get your stats wrong, you're going to have a problem because Cranky, check the stats as you're a statsman. Reece James had more possession and pass and attempts than Kane. And number 9 is being nullified, Sir Cranky. Get with it, sir. I like how he calls you sir, though. It seems like
I'm confused. Man. What's he trying to say? Here's the thing. I can't pronounce your name. Akbar. So Akbar, so like an African with no jungle. But anyway, Akbar, here's what I'm saying with you. If you're playing defense and you're playing the attacking wing in a back 5, you get to pass the ball back and forth with your right inside center back 24/7 throughout the game without no pressure. That's how you see defenders have so many passes. There's no pressure until you get upfield. The more you get in the offensive half of the team, the more difficult to get passes in. And most times center forwards, apart from the goalkeeper, outfield players the least touches in the game. Go check the stats. Center forward,
yeah, that is true.
He has the least touches than any outfield player in the game. That's normal.
Unless you play with a false 9 like Manchester City.
Even when you have false 9 management, think about it. By default, you probably still have least touches. Unless you could be a Firmino or a Lacazette who play deep, or Kane who plays deep sometimes. But you're going to have touches. That's normal because the center half is right in your back, hitting you down 24/7, fouling you. Look at Antonio, for example. Haaland last week had 8 touches. Let me repeat. Haaland's playing for City, who dominates possession. He touched the ball how many times? In an entire game. Defense rest.
So there is a pronunciation, sir.
Pronounce Akobra. No, let me start it. I'll leave it alone.
I know what you're going to say. I understand that across the line.
All right, AK, Abra. All right, bro.
All right. The next game is Leicester City, who also look like they have been struggling, but they will be Dre said, and he only had 2 passes. He said that Leicester City against Southampton. Leicester City is going to win this one. They look better in the second half versus Arsenal. Southampton, they said that the coach has lost the dressing room.
Yes. They came back from 2 down against Leeds last week. So obviously, look, it's early in the season. You gotta give teams allowances early in the season, right? Early in the season, you're still getting your fitness, you're still trying to blend. Some people have better preseason. The thing about us management is that I love about Arsenal, not to go back to Arsenal, is we got our business done early. So we realized based on how we were last year, we got our business done early, we're set up, we're playing well, it flows into the regular season. I'm not sure a lot of teams have had that, including teams like Chelsea and Man City, even though Chelsea played well last week. I think Leicester will win 2-1. I think Leicester.
Yeah, I think Leicester is going to win. And
goes in their first game.
Yeah, you know who is playing well? Kyle Walker Peters at Southampton.
Yeah, he's been playing well, and he's Jamaican heritage too.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, and I think like one of these clubs are going to pick him up. I have not seen. Yeah, well, and it's good to see what's his name, James at Leicester back and playing because he did play against Arsenal.
James Justin, you mean?
James Justin, yes.
Justin is a very good player. He had an ACL injury, which is devastating. Some players never come back from ACL.
Yeah, I think he was giving Ben White some issues with his speed in that in the game.
He's Jamaican heritage too. And James Justin is a very good player.
That's why I brought up this. All right. So the next game is before the game says, Leicester needs a keeper. Yeah, because I saw the keeper blundered on one of the Arsenal goals.
The third goal he did, but Xhaka scored.
Yeah, Xhaka. Yeah. And 2-1 Leicester before the game have the same score.
I am surprised Leicester didn't pursue Leno. Now I know he want to stay in London. I thought they would have gone all out to get Leno, a German international, very good keeper. I know we sold him because he wasn't great out from the back or great on crosses.
I think other teams wanted him, but he wanted to stay in London, and so they kind of worked out something for him. I think Arsenal did him that favor.
Money talk. Ask Casemiro. Money speaks. If the money's good enough.
Listen, I'm very surprised how quickly that Casemiro deal got done. So I think he's going to be the highest paid player at Manchester United.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
After Ronaldo.
Ronaldo make what, 500? I think De Gea makes 450, if I'm not mistaken. I think Sancho makes 3 something. There's a lot of high paid players at Man United now. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Overpaid players. No, he's getting paid. He's double or tripling his salary from Real Madrid. If you're 30 years old, your window for your career ending.
Yeah, but Frank, listen. Do you think Casemiro is leaving Champions League to come and play Europa League?
Yeah, it's money. It's all about money.
It must be some huge salary.
Yeah. I think he's getting 300 minus 2 or 300, one of the two.
Where? At Manchester or Real Madrid?
At Real Madrid, you know.
Yeah?
He's only making about 5 mil a year at Real Madrid. I'm not sure if that's pound or euro, but it's about 5 mil is what I read.
Okay.
He's going to double or triple his salary.
Yeah. And then you have the next game is Fulham versus Brentford. I think this is going to be a
very good game. I'm very good. They are fit. They are running. They have some ability. But I'm going to pick Brentford to win 2-1.
Brentford?
Yeah.
I think this game is going to be a drawn game. Bobby Reid is also playing well.
Bobby Reid is playing, yes.
I have not seen Ethan Pinnock since the season has started. Fulham also.
I think Ethan must be injured, actually.
Yeah. Fulham also just purchased Issap Diop from West Ham. That's a player that I really like, you know.
They bought 2 players. They bought Diop, they bought someone else. I can't remember the name. They bought 2 players in the last win, just before this game. But why did West Ham sell him?
Because that's a very good question. Why did West Ham sell him?
They brought in Zuma. They brought in another player. Then they brought a player from France, just came in, and they sold him. So there must be a reason. It's always very skeptical when teams like West Ham are selling players who are supposed to be good players.
Because about the PSV right back.
They bought a PSV, Carrera, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I don't know why they sold.
Areola. Areola is a keeper. So.
The goalkeeper, yeah.
But I see someone here saying something about 400,000. This is his biggest payday.
I thought it was cheaper, but I didn't get that exact number. But Manningsman, let's go to Man United for a little bit. This is Manningsman. How desperate can you be, Manningsman?
To buy Casemiro.
Wait. To buy a player who's 30, you're paying £70 million. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't create assists. He can't go by a player. Yes, he cleans up in front of the defense, so you need some mop up. He still has some athleticism in him. He knows under pressure in the Brazil side by Firmino. But he's a poor man's Kante.
Not Firmino, Fabinho.
Fabinho.
Yeah.
From Liverpool.
Yeah, here's what I
think. Poor man's Kante. So how do you...
I think the younger players, I think Real Madrid got rid of him because they have Kuminga. They have... Real Madrid have people there.
They bought a kid from Monaco, and they have Kuminga, who's there from last year,
There you go. So here's the thing though. Manchester United can't attract players. This feels like Arsenal 3 years ago.
But Manningsman. So Man U has spent on those 2 players somewhere between 119 and 120 something mil. Wait, we have bought 4 players
for the season.
And our players, 2 of them are starters. One is very young, coming through, playing well for the under 21. The other one has been injured. But our 2 players are starters. Martinez may not get back in the team for Man. They bought a player for 50 something mil. We look like we missed a problem. And he can't get to your first team because he's a center back who can't play center back because he's too short.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He may not get back in the team. Highgate.
That's some Pini Water stuff.
Yeah. All right. No, this is a game that I think is going to be the best game of the weekend. Crystal Palace, Louis Zaha versus Leon Bailey.
That's not the best game of the weekend. What? No. Okay, the best game is on Monday.
Monday, right. So the best
Luis
game.
Zaha, what do you mean? How come Zaha play against Bailey? Bailey's on the bench.
No, he started the first game, Cranky. Come on.
He didn't start the last game.
Yes, but he came on. So me and me push it.
Bailey against Zaha, is that really a comparison, Mannings, man? What has Bailey
we will see. We will see.
Somebody's man. You think Bailey's in Zaha's class? Come on.
Not right now.
I mean, he has potential to be a good player, but they're not in the same level right now. Zaha's a starter. Bailey's in and out of the team for Villa.
I think this is going to be a very exciting game because I think Villa is going to play very open, and Crystal Palace will destroy them. Listen, Crystal Palace
I don't think they'll destroy them, but I think it'll be a tough game
Listen, Aston Villa has lost Diego Carlos. Diego Carlos is one of those defenders that I thought Arsenal would have gotten from Sevilla when he and Conde were playing there. All right?
No. Give away too much penalties. Gave away too many penalties.
Really?
So we had Xhaka already. We need another Xhaka. We need another Xhaka in our team to give away penalties.
So I think with Eze, this guy coming back, Olise, very good. I like the midfielder that they have. They keep pulling up with cramps, but the league rush. The D mid, they came in from France. Arsenal were linked to him as well.
Chioke? Was it Chioke?
Dakore.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good holding midfielder. I like the young English defender that they have. So I think they have a very Ferguson is playing. Is Mitchell at left back? They're playing really well.
It is good.
Yeah,
they're gonna probably bring back Wan-Bissaka at some point. They have the old man playing right back who was at Liverpool and was at another different team. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised by your comment tonight because Jamaican think they really well. You can't get an unbiased perspective on Bailey from any Jamaican, frankly. My view is that Bailey has a lot to prove. The Bundesliga is not the Premier League. Premier League is a great equalizer.
I am picking Crystal Palace to win this 2-1 because it's at their home.
Villa. After the game, it's 1-1.
1-1? No.
Yeah, I think 1-1.
Because I mean, Danny Ings not playing good enough, and Ali they're not playing well.
Ali Watkins is a good player. Cotinue is not playing well. Buendia is on the bench, doesn't really start. They have a good team though. They have a lot of players. Ramsey's a good player. They have a lot of good players, man. Ramsey's a good player.
Hey, listen, I want Aston Villa to lose, you know.
Why?
Because we had a goalkeeper at Arsenal who was bright and feisty that he left Arsenal to go to Aston Villa to win trophy.
Well, I mean, you do have so maybe the trophy he's talking about, Mannings, man. Trophies like, who's the best player in Aston Villa? Maybe those kind of trophies he's talking about. I have no idea what he's smoking or drinking because Aston Villa hasn't won anything in a long time. But that's Martinez trying to get back at Arsenal because he's mad he was with us for 10 years. Didn't get the starting role and we sold him. I understand that.
Yeah. I think Blue Heart is saying that. I think he's talking about Casemiro. He's a destroyer and Manu wants a solid DM. I think he's better than Fred and McTominay together. It's sad doing that when you're comparing like who you said Casemiro at 30. If I was picking Man U team, and I've said, it's funny, I've said this for years. Fernandes wouldn't be my team. No, Bruno is not good. Listen, I told people that season, more than half of his goals were penalty. And people are saying, no baller. But I said, this guy is not good. Here's the thing with Bruno. Bruno cries a lot. Bruno doesn't track back. Bruno plays no defense. Bruno can't go by a man. Bruno's a good left foot or a right foot shot, a very good shot, can make a pass over the top, but not really split the defense like an Odegaard can. I am not the biggest Bruno fan, never have been, and never probably will be. And when the going gets tough, you remember we played against them 2 years ago and we had Partey and El Neni in the midfield, we destroyed them. Yeah. Because he doesn't show up in the big games. Yeah. This person, Wan-Bissaka, going to go back to Crystal Palace if he have first team game. He's no good and never was.
So that must be a Man U fan talking.
No, I think he's an Arsenal fan.
I think Wan-Bissaka is a decent player. Offensively challenged, defensively very good. You have played within the confines of what's expected of you. At Man U, Zaha went to Man U as a kid, and they ran him out of Man U. That's how Man U is. And don't realize the time has passed them.
John Doe is asking you a question, Cracky. You can see it?
Who is Antonio Welbeck? Well, they've both been in the gym a lot of late. I see Welbeck working.
Yeah, Welbeck is big.
Yeah. And Antonio is always in the gym. It's tough to compare them because they're different type of players, right? Antonio is a bully, not the most skillful player. And I think they're similar. I think they're the same. I don't think anyone is better. I don't think they're better.
John Doe, I'd love to hear your answer, though, John Doe.
I don't think either one of them is better. I think they're similar in terms of ability, some difference in terms of capability, but similar in terms of ability.
This is a new TikTok, right? He's here for you tonight, Cranky. Because just a while ago,
you say you don't have the track back? No. Don't misquote me because it's all recorded. I said when you're Zaha and Grealish, you play for certain teams, you don't have to track back because you're the main man. They don't want you tired. They want you to play with the ball. And you lose more energy, you're dribbling with the ball than anything else you do on the field. That's not even debatable. When you're dribbling, it takes more energy than when you're just playing regular defense or when you're tracking back doing anything else. Zaha and Grealish and St. Maximin, those players are not asked to go back 24/7 because of how much they give offensively. If Zaha played for Arsenal, he probably wouldn't have a choice because Arteta is a pressing coach, just like Pep Guardiola or Klopp, and they mandate you run back. I think he would have to learn to do that because he probably would have no choice. But don't say you have to track back because I'm recorded. I know what I said.
Yeah. All right. Everybody's saying that Welbeck is better than Easy. Welbeck.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Welbeck by far. John Doe saying that, really?
I think they're similar.
Yeah.
In terms of capability, Welbeck is probably more fluid in terms of how he plays. Doesn't have a great shot. Probably better going by players. Antonio's a bully. He's physical.
I think Welbeck is better in the ear as well, you know.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But Welbeck first is injury prone. But secondly, he's
no. You can't say that if you're going to talk about Welbeck and Antonio.
I'm just saying that's what has restricted him. Not talking about comparison.
But same thing with Antonio.
Yeah, but that's not what restricted Antonio because he started about right back. He didn't start out playing center forward. Welbeck has been injured for a while throughout his career. Antonio had more muscle pull. Welbeck is out for a whole season with ankle problem, all sort of different stuff that he has.
All right, we soon get to your next question because they're asking what those. But Cranky, the next game is a 12:30 game. Bournemouth at home, all done what the South Coast.
South Coast, very small stadium.
Yeah.
People like going on the South Coast. They like going on to where we have some sea. And
they probably all head out. The people over. They probably all head out already. Robbie and those guys.
I think it's like a 4-hour drive. It's a decent drive. Yeah, I mean, look. People like going down to the South Coast, right? They're going close to the water. And Bowman is a nice environment. But I do expect us to win. Where we are now, we should be losing to the championship team. I'm in a group where people are predicting us winning our first 6 games. I'm not that. I predict us drawing with Man U as part of that 6.
Yeah.
I don't predict us winning all 6 games. But we should win tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, with the exception of Neto, the goalkeeper from Barcelona that they have brought in, I don't think they have brought in a lot of new players and stuff. So I think
they brought a few actually. They just don't have the household names. They brought a few.
Yeah.
But so not like Nottingham Forest or some other teams.
Yeah, so I think Arsenal is going to win this by 3-0 easily. So I'm going Arsenal 3. And this is our first time since 2004-2005 we'll be winning our first 3 games. Completely opposite to how we started the season last season. What is your score prediction?
We seem to be leaking goals. We gave up 2 against Leicester.
Just 1 game, bro.
No. Mine is not.
Clean sheet.
Mine is not. man. You guys assess games and teams by the ultimate outcome versus chances given. Against Crystal Palace, they had 2 clear-cut chances they should have scored. The header by the kid from Celtic, who's not playing for Crystal Palace, and Eze, one-on-one. Eduardo, and Eze one-on-one with the keeper. They should have scored 2. So we're creating, even though we have a good defense, we're creating mistakes. I'm going to say 3-1 Bournemouth. 3-1 Arsenal, sorry.
I'm thinking 3-0 still, but Highgate,
come to visit.
Highgate, listen. We start it out next week. I operating like the penny wall of them, you know. It never work out. Oh, see.
I'll see you the same thing too.
I get.
Yo.
Yes.
Yeah,
man, we are here. The penny wall of them louder than you. Man, gonna get. Listen, I get. You have got to just do the thing until we sort it out next week. See if we can help you set it up. So Arsenal with the 3rd win of the season. Better start than last season. So easy. I don't think we need. I think Gabriel scores. Jesus, that is, scores in this one again. He scores a double, and I don't know where the next goal is coming from.
I think Martin is scoring again. 3 in a row.
Okay. All right. It is the injury is out on the Welbeck Antonio comparison. It is edging towards Antonio because he has a defensive side to him and can tackle well. Remember where he started at out, which was at right back. But Welbeck is a chat back a lot at Arsenal. Come on.
Honest man. The only time Antonio play defense is when he's on corners. He ain't playing no defense for West Ham. He's not playing any defense. He may have started that defense, but he's not playing any defense. I get come visit again.
No. It's on better now.
All right. Yeah, man, we're hearing you now. Yeah, man. All right. So we're talking about the Arsenal versus Bournemouth game. What are your thoughts?
Gabriel. Immediately, so when he make the move, it's like me say, yo, me just feel like I at the club team. Me just get the feeling there. Because some of the time, we don't know. Like, for example, if De Bruyne and Salah stay at Chelsea, they would be the De Bruyne and Salah of today.
Yeah.
You understand? So some of the time, I play the need to make the move there and things just work out better. Because trust me, Gabriel just look, when I know the man, right now, I love how Brazil looks to work up right now. The last time Brazil never number 9 was Luis Fabiano. But Gabriel look good, man. Look good.
Okay.
But can't keep me like this disrespect where I give Bruno as well.
I'm giving who?
Bruno baller, man. What are you phone? Bruno baller.
He's a baller. So there is playing football. Somebody's always in Jamaica. We call people cries a lot a baller. They're balling a lot. BAWLING, not BALER. BALLA. He's a baller. He cries a lot. I am not a big Bruno fan.
I don't rate Bruno.
I'm not a Bruno fan. I think he's not a decent player. I'm not a fan of a player who, when big games come around, he disappears.
All right, let me ask you this. Is Bruno, in his position, top 10 in the league?
That's hard to say because what is his position? Number 10?
Yeah.
The number of teams don't play 10, you know. Liverpool doesn't play with a 10. Man City doesn't play with a 10. Chelsea has Mount, but sometimes Mount is out wide. So Leicester has 10. He's not better than Mount. He's not better than Maddison. He's not better than Odegaard. You keep going through the teams. I don't think West Ham doesn't have a 10 per se. West Ham people are flowy between. But I don't. Bruno to me is not what he's made out to be. I'm not the biggest Bruno fan.
Yes, good night.
Oh, yes, you're in now. So wait, the electricity come back to Jamaica. So no, yeah, at the same time. It come back at the same
yeah.
The Akubura saying that we need to win by 2 clear goals to remove the 2-goal deficit that we have.
So how rich are we
early.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That it's just one
exactly.
game. Yeah.
No, hold on. How we going to use again? What is this conversation
goal
about?
difference. He's talking about goal difference.
He's talking about the Arsenal having conceded 2 goals, so we need to win by 2 clear goals.
Man, it no matter. Yeah, how long the league come down to goal difference? A goal difference, man.
Yeah, early, brother. Early.
Alright, so CC.
Come on, early.
Antonio or Welbeck, who is better?
Welbeck.
Okay.
Danny Welbeck, man.
Easy.
Danny Welbeck. Antonio is a good player, but you kind of have to determine. First of all, Danny Welbeck played at a bigger club, and actually, even though he never stayed long, you'd have to probably say Danny Welbeck.
So, CC, here's Welbeck and Antonio's career. Welbeck has been taken down. You know, so Welbeck went from Man U to Arsenal to Brighton. So it's not like he's been going up the ladder. But Antonio came from way down Championship, not playing out wide as a defender, now playing centre forward for West Ham, who were 6th in the league.
Yeah.
They're similar in terms of capability. They're similar in capability. They're similar.
Yeah, man, go ahead, I get to hear you.
No, because if he that's what's good. Anyway, remember say 2 man must again. So my question to Stan is this: Antonio Cotinue, Welbeck Cotinue, who you put up on the possibility?
What do you mean?
Like who you're picking to score? If both of them,
2 man must strike. And the ultimate goal is to score. So if 2 of them Cotinue,
I'm picking both of them to miss.
I think the problem is if you look at Antonio have had better returns. Antonio have better season than Danny Welbeck. I don't think Danny Welbeck has had any season that matches Antonio's best season. He not have none of them season there.
Who you know that conversion rate Antonio is better than Welbeck though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you that remember say Antonio score 9 goals one season in the league and then he have a 10 goal season and he have a 9 goal season, I think an 8 goal season.
So
and he have a contribution rate of like 18 goals for one season already. Then we'll bet now have them statistics there. But as me say, it depends on what you're ranking them as. First of all, neither Antonio nor Danny Welbeck are prolific strikers. We can always say that. Neither of them are prolific strikers. It's the type of player that you would want. Depends on which player you want. Danny Welbeck, though, for some reason, as I said, maybe Antonio came from lower down, coming up. Danny Welbeck has been moving from higher up, coming down. Time I come from Man U to Arsenal, to Watford, to Brighton. So it all depends on which one are rather. So if you really assess it statistically, Antonio is the better player. But to me, Danny Welbeck, as enough people will say, I don't think can get injured and stuff. It kind of hold him career back. Injured and losing a step. Because them things that can hold you back a lot. But neither of them are not like them are some prolific goal scorer.
Yeah. All right. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 games to go. West Ham versus Brighton. A next good game. Because Brighton, listen, I love this coach. Graham Potter and Eddie Howe are 2 of the coaches that I think are, there are some good coaches, but they have never had good big clubs. But Graham Potter, I think, could have been an ideal coach for Manchester United or even Arsenal. To get Brighton to play the way that Arsenal or Manchester United, before Arsenal got Arteta, I felt like Graham Potter, given the players that, although some coaches only can coach players at a certain level. So, Cranky, what is your take on this game?
1-1. I think it's probably 2 even match teams. I think Brighton probably has a little bit more Well, depends on if Rice is playing. Rice didn't play Thursday, the Europa League, but I was going to say 1-1. Brighton have a good team, really well balanced team. When you bring in Lamptey off the bench, you know you have a halfway decent team. So I'm going to pick. I'm going to say a tie. Actually, a draw.
Really, I think West Ham suffered last season when they had Europa games. The game is on Sunday. I think they're going to lose this game to Brighton because the Brighton has gotten rid of the player that was affecting them up front. Mope is his name, and that has grabbed that guy who scored the 2 goals.
That guy there,
that French guy, the one who he and Guendouzi are the big. He's the one who caused Guendouzi to not be at Arsenal. I'm glad that he's no longer at any of the big clubs. Mope.
He has suitors though. Not 3 teams going to buy him, so he has people who like the game. He's a decent player.
Yeah. But I think Trossard and Grubb, I think his name is.
Yeah, GR1 expert. I can't spell it good.
GR like
a wicked man.
And well, honestly, Welbeck really look bigger, stronger, and better this season. So I am going to go Brighton with a 1-0 win.
So he's saying that Welbeck is a better option, could not make England score like Welbeck. Antonio was in England squad at one point, didn't get a game, even though Welbeck played for England for a number of years.
Yeah,
Welbeck was so injured prone, he lost his place, and he hasn't been considered since. He has been considered since he was late 20s.
Yeah, you can't use that because is Welbeck better than Ivan Toney?
Because Antonio came on later. Antonio developed later and matured later than.
I think
Pascal Gross, man. Yeah, man.
I think England missing a step when they don't pick certain players because their thing is dependent on. I saw them do something. I don't know if we even stand side in the World Cup when they had Sterling was on the field. Croatia was playing a low block. Sterling came off the field. Croatia started playing in the middle of the park and eye line. Harry Kane was not fully 100%, but Harry Kane never came off the field. So it depends on the type of player that they trust up there. So even like Ivan Toney or even the other guy named Tammy Abraham, they won't if they even get a game in England, it's difficult. Them not getting a game.
Unless Kane is injured, not playing. Unless Kane is injured.
Unless Kane is injured, unless Kane can't walk. Because even if Kane is injured, Stan, Kane is on the field.
Listen, and let me tell you this. These guys have bought the guy from Villarreal, Estupiñán.
The kid from Ecuador is also Ecuador.
Ecuador. And they have this other guy from Ecuador who is a very good midfielder. I think Arsenal.
Who Arsenal should like. They bought him. By the way, I have a kid who worked for me at my job. He was telling me that in Ecuador, not to digress, one person sort of own his team that he's had for the last maybe 15, 20 years. He buy up all the best players. They play for this one team, and then he sell them on to Europe for fun. So that's where that kid came out of. So most of the players in Ecuador, like 90% national team come from that one team. They play in the South American Championship and do really well. But they bring in coaches like from Barcelona, for the big teams to come there and coach these players. So he's that's where these players are coming from, actually.
Because I'm saying for him to come in, Cranky, to fill it seems like they have not missed Besuma, who we have been saying is one of the better CDMs all along.
The kid they bought last year, he blended now, and he's So Brighton is a very well-run team. Don't have a ton of money, but they spend wisely. They got 50 mil from us last year. They got another 25 for Besuma.
And they got for Cucurella as well.
Something for Cucurella.
Yeah.
They've gotten almost 80-something, 90 million plus this year just from 2 sales.
And so they just sell Mope. I don't know how much they got for him.
They're supposed to be getting between 15 plus for Mope. So they probably get 100 million. They haven't spent half of that yet. So they sell low, they buy low and sell high.
Yeah.
Cucurella cost him 15 million, and they sell him for 60 plus. So they do a good job actually. Good scouts.
And here you go. Listen, thank you before the game. He's saying that management for your info, West Ham haven't beaten Brighton in 10 PL games. I'm telling you, Brighton giving them one love, man. Brighton giving them one love. All right. The next game, CC is your team. So you go ahead and talk to us about this one. Leeds at home versus Chelsea.
Dead side that man.
Who, Chelsea?
Which Manins?
I'm just asking. Can you never really clarify who is the dead side?
Listen. What my side is missing right now is two key components. My side is missing an extra midfielder.
Listen, CC, there are 4 components on the football field, and you miss 2.
Yeah. I'm saying to you that we need a natural. Watch out. We need a natural goal scorer. We need a man who can stick this ball in the back of the net. Because if we had a natural goal scorer against Tottenham, at 5 we have them on the half time.
Come on, man.
Man, is what you say, man. Man, is me I tell you this. If we have a natural goal scorer at least 3.
Are your goal scorers? The goal scorers they have no are unnatural.
Man, is you're not even.
Man,
is we are talking about persons who these players you can count on them to score when time you're having good moments.
So why did you say Lukaku? Why did you loan out Lukaku if you wanted a natural goal?
Because all right, look at it like this: the way in which Thomas Tuchel want to play, Lukaku and those type of strikers don't fit that profile. So he won't. Lukaku is not receiving the type of service which he would have wanted or warranted in order for him to score them amount of goals that he would think that he would have. And then the next thing about Lukaku, enough persons don't realize is that even though Lukaku scores so much goals, what are the moments in which Lukaku scores so much? If I check the top 6 teams, Lukaku now score upon them.
You think Aubameyang will be a better option than?
I think Aubameyang would be a better option than Lukaku that we had. And Aubameyang is an older player.
Okay.
Because Aubameyang, even though Aubameyang is like a striker, Aubameyang can play in a rotating front.
Hey, Aubameyang can control and pass properly, you know.
But we don't need him to control and pass properly. We need him to score.
He'll be effective for Chelsea. They put the ball between the lines and he put the ball in the net. For us, he just wasn't what we needed.
But then my man asked why Tuchel by Lukaku. Let me tell you something enough to understand. Certain players are not the coach by him. Certain players are not the coach not by him. Remember saying, we see players come a club and the man going to ask you, who is this player? Certain players, Thomas Tuchel never buy Romelu Lukaku. You hear me tell you? Marina then buy Romelu Lukaku. Then go for him. And Cam come give coach and tell the coach, say, yo, see a ball here. Remember, so when Lukaku come inside, man say, yo, him never know, like, his speech, when man even not give him, man a try to say, me don't know nothing about this ball here, I have to go buy this ball here. So, but the game against Leeds.
Leeds, yes.
Leeds have sold a few of their probably integral players and stuff.
Well, is Rodri scoring for them, you know?
Rodrigo is a dangerous player, man.
Leeds were unfortunate to not win against Southampton, you know.
Yeah, Leeds are going to give me a good. Remember, so they're at home.
And they defeated Wolves, you know. So just want you to know that they're not like a piece of cake.
No, man, Leeds is not. I remember that Leeds is not playing the type of football that they were playing under
before. There you go.
When they were playing that football, you could expect, say, a goal festival, and you could go down there and score.
Can you tell me what your team is going to do without going around the circle?
Yeah. What will the result be?
What's your prediction?
All right. Yeah. The result I can say is 2-0. 2-0 may I give.
Finally.
You're not telling who CC?
See, Chelsea 2.
Yeah, because I'm saying when we are talking, we say Arsenal beating Bournemouth. Thank you.
Leeds 0.
So who see that you don't have any natural goal scorer? Where the goals coming from? Your defender again?
Raheem Sterling and Mason Mount.
Koulibaly and Reece.
Raheem Sterling has scored this weekend.
Okay.
I will say this though. Before Chelsea played Spurs, many people look at Spurs firepower. They knew this and think they're going to run over Chelsea. And I heard some people say that, and Chelsea dominated.
I'm telling you.
Dominated. Spurs were never in the game. They should have gotten about 3 or 4. And the referee, the first goal they scored, which Richarlison was in Mendy's way, and the second goal should not have been given because the defender should have been sent off for Spurs. So,
but you know, see, as I bring up that cranky, I can't understand how persons would for example, when you're saying that Richarlison was blocking the side of Mendy, and he was offside as well. Therefore, he was interfering with the play.
No, what they're saying.
No, but he deflected off the Chelsea player as well. Of Koulibaly.
Yeah, but he was offside. He was blocking.
He was offside, you know?
Yeah, well, what I'm saying,
the ball was kicked. He was offside.
Yeah, but he deflected off Koulibaly, which changed the direction of the ball, so that he was no longer.
No, but either way, once the ball was played,
we are going slide touch.
Once the ball was played, he was offside.
Tell me that the Havertz foul should have been given. Not that.
Havertz foul, man. There's so many different situations in that game where Spurs got a bit of a doubt. The Havertz foul, he didn't touch the ball at all. He took the player out, and a foul wasn't called. Therefore, he was not clear.
Clear persons I say is because when him the Jorginho one but the ball in the box and give away the ball.
No, the player gone far before that happened. No, Jorginho didn't win back the. No, Jorginho did not win back the ball. Kante won the ball and passed it to Jorginho.
Then that is what I'm saying, man. Is
Jorginho trying to salad the man in him 18-yard box.
He was flicking the ball up, trying to play the ball over. Like when you flick the ball up. He was too cute for his own good. Just boot the ball out of bounds. That's what he should do.
Exactly. So the coach substituted him right after that.
Yeah. It was a smart play, but he got substituted
right after that. I doubt he's going to start. I doubt he's going to start the next game.
Yeah, he was so mad he just took him out. Didn't say a word to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. We need a midfielder, man.
Yeah. But I think Chelsea, I do agree that Chelsea were robbed, though.
No, they're robbed. They're robbed. They're robbed. Yeah. They're robbed. There's not even a doubt. There's not even a debatable. They're robbed.
Yeah. But I think this game, Chelsea, I'm picking Chelsea to win 2-1.
I am picking Chelsea to win 2-0, actually.
Yeah. All right. And then.
But still, Koulibaly look good.
Yeah, he did play well. He and Silva. Because, Kane, listen, Song was. I didn't see Song any at all for the entire. Yeah.
Hurricane.
Man, I tell you guys this. You know why you didn't see Song?
Yeah.
Why didn't you see Song?
Hurricane. What's the position in?
No. Why didn't we see Song in the game?
Oh, why did we see him?
Why didn't we see him?
On the team list?
Because they were defending every time. Because they were defending. Chelsea had all the position.
See, that's why you have brilliant coaches. He matched up James against Son.
Oh, yeah, Reece James, yeah.
He matched up James against Son. He locked him down for the entire game. He made him non-existent. He matched speed against speed. And when James had the ball, Son had to play some defense. That's what he did. He changed the shape of the team and matched James against Son. That's why he didn't see Son.
Yeah. I think Gallagher I like the player Gallagher from last year was at Crystal Palace. I like him. And I think what's his name looked very good too, Loftus-Cheek. Chelsea really look good.
Loftus-Cheek looked really good.
Yeah.
He's a good player. He's also injury prone, right?
Yeah. That's the problem with that thing with Loftus-Cheek. He's injury prone and injury kind of mess him up. Because he was ahead of Mason Mount.
No, he's a good player. He was in the England team at one point too.
Yeah, he was ahead of Mason Mount.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Cranky, would you take Callum Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea?
I don't know. Hudson-Odoi was doing really well 2 years ago when Bayern was pursuing him. Give him a lot of money. Chelsea give him like $200K a week or what the number is, some ridiculous number. He got injured and just fell off the track. He has a lot of potential, but I don't know. I'm not sure it's what we need at this point, frankly.
Yeah.
Cranky be watching too much EPL for a grown man. So is it boys that watch it? Brain drain? Revisit that comment you just made because it's really confusing. Really confusing. Brain drain, please revisit that comment and come back with something that's
the only player I think we have at Chelsea that I can't see what everybody else see in him is Billy Gilmore. Because I say Billy Gilmore him not have this frame or stature to me to stand up in the midfield.
That's just not a football name. Just think about it. Billy Gilmore. But
another person say he's this big next wonder kid. And them say Chelsea should let him go because we let go Kevin De Bruyne and all these guys. But I say this is football. Like you can't play everybody. You get an opportunity.
Gilmore went on loan, did really well in the championship. came back, got in the Scotland team, but the problem is for him is that he hasn't kicked on from there.
And the next thing to Cranky, ask somebody.
Yeah, but Hudson, sorry.
He went to Norwich and he struggled at Norwich. He couldn't get into the team.
After 5 years, man is man. How many?
Hold on, let me answer this. Hudson Odoi is not an English player. He's a Ghanaian.
No, it's not always an English player for quota perspective, meaning you gotta have 8 English players in your team. He's an English player for that purpose. And he hasn't played for Ghana yet, so there's still time for him to change his mind before the World Cup.
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead now, CC.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, the last time, like, for example, when people come at me and talk about Billy Gilmore and some of these guys, I say to them, why do you want Chelsea to full up the team with academy players versus when Man City are win 4 out of the last 5 titles, the only person I see them bring through was Phil Foden, and we can't really count nobody else. We cannot look upon it and say how much people they have matriculated and they have developed. They're in the business of winning the EPL. They're not in the business of developing 5, 10, 15, 25 academy players. It's well and good enough, Cranky, if you have a good academy player can bring up to the first team. But a lot of Chelsea fans, their thing is Chelsea should develop. Chelsea if you have one first 11 of the academy. Which, in my opinion...
Here's the thing, CC and Mannix, man. So in England, the English, and I tell them this all the time because I'm one of their channels in England, they don't realize that the game is now global and they're no longer they're not an imperative nor the most important audience. They're not. England only have 68 million people. There's only so much you can sell of different teams in England. The world population is how many billions? That's how you make your money. All the TV, there's no growth in English market anymore for the teams. Most of what they grow is coming from overseas. So in essence, you can't just and the English league is the most prominent league and the most watched league, not because of the English players, it's because of the diversity of players and the skill set they all bring to the English league. Because it has the most money, so all the best players want to go there. Not all the best players, but a lot of best players want to go there.
Yeah. Let me just take some of these comments. Bournemouth to beat a team tomorrow. Enough people are going to have headache. Well,
Onyx man, so those people in the comment section, stop drinking so early. Not a good look. Not a good look.
Yeah, I love this comment because I really think so. I don't know if they brought him in to replace Hutchinson because I don't think they wanted to release Hutchinson. Hutchinson wanted to go for. Sadly, that he left and then they sent him out on loan. And it's just money. Yeah. There you go, money. But I think Marquinhos is going to break into the Arsenal team. He's going to play in the Europa League, and I think he's going to come into the first team at some point. Should Chelsea have kept Tammy Abraham? Brain Drain, I think CC should answer that. He's a Chelsea fan. Quickly, CC.
Yeah, should Chelsea have kept Tammy Abraham? I don't think so, because if you're not going to play the kid, I don't think you keep him.
But CC, here's my confusion. You're crying out for a number 9.
A natural goal scorer.
All right, listen. I think when we bought
here is it. Here, hold on there. Oh, yes, they should have sold Lukaku. Oh, yes, they should have sold Abraham. But we want a natural goal scorer.
No, listen. We should have kept Tammy Abraham and not buy Lukaku and buy a different striker.
Then that's what I'm going to ask you.
After we bought Lukaku, we should have kept him. The problem is he he willing to stay? That is the next thing in the management because he would not be playing.
That's not the problem. The problem is, like Pepe at Arsenal, the coach doesn't rate him.
Yeah, and that too.
But he was man. He's not going to play. He doesn't rate you.
Yeah.
So if the coach don't rate you, you should leave. Marina rates him. Tuchel doesn't rate him.
Marina rate him still, and Francis Marina take him. You can't say, potential.
Oh, the usual Arsenal collapse is coming, so just go and enjoy the ride. Well, at least we are on the train. Liverpool is not on it yet.
No, that's not the answer. So, Marcel, which team do you support? I hope it's Man U. I love the Man U fans nowadays.
No, I think he's at Liverpool. You never walk alone. You never walk alone. Newcastle versus Manchester City at St. James's Park. We didn't touch that one.
That's a good game. Newcastle need more offensive firepower. Their midfield is decent between Guimaraes
Hey, they have some good defenders because they have Target and Trippier.
They have a good team. They have a good team, but I think offensively they're a little bit challenged. Their wing play is not the greatest, and they set maximum. This is what St. Maximin does against Man City, but Man City is going to win.
Listen, that is Saint Minimum, man. Minimum effect here is having. That's not no Saint Maximum. That's Saint Minimum.
Yeah, that's how some of the English people call him too. I like Maximum, by the way.
Really?
I like Maximum.
Oh no.
I think Maximum. If here's the thing. Maximum reminds me of Traore. When players have the skill set, you need to harness that skill set. I don't think they've been well coached and well managed to get them to produce. Management, those skill sets are not something you buy after training management. You can't buy them skill set there now. How do you harness that skill set and make it work within a team environment?
Where is Traore?
He's back at Wolves, but he's not playing.
If they run Barcelona, for what reason I don't know.
No, he was sent to Barcelona because he came from Barcelona initially. But he's a player who doesn't play. He doesn't have a football. I don't like to say players don't have football in brain, but he doesn't use his wealth. His wealth.
Well, I'm. You know what? This is the first time City is not going to win this game. I'm going draw. Nah. I think Gomes in midfield is going to outplay this team, and I think Callum Wilson is going to give their defense a warm time.
Man. When you play City, it's hard to get the ball off them now.
Listen, I think Newcastle going to score from a set play, and the game going to end 1-1.
I'm going to say City 3-1. I don't see it. City has too much offensive firepower. Yeah. Haaland now made them play different. The problem is they're not getting nothing out of Grealish. But if they play Mahrez and they play Foden on the wings and they play Haaland in the middle, they should win the game.
All right. What is it? What is the scoreline, CC?
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, say, Man City versus Newcastle United. I don't know if Newcastle can hold. Newcastle have a very good coach. But I just don't think it is enough for hold back City. Depending on how they end up playing the game. So my score prediction is 2-1 City.
Okay, 2-1 City. All right. Big up coaches this. Say, yo, just in time for us to talk about the mighty men on the other side of Manchester.
I would say this on St. Maximum. The first thing to me is he needs to know when to pass and when to dribble. That's basic football. Your game is not get the ball up like how Martinelli used to do. Just put your head down like he did last year and just dribble. Know when to pass, know when to run to space, know when to create opportunities for others. It's not that he's selfish, it's that he's an individual player. So he's not thinking team, he's thinking me. And that's the first thing. Also need how to move off the ball. His off the ball movement doesn't create situations to give his team the best chance to win.
Okay, so
football.
So, Cranky, but don't you think if at the Premier League level, you have to teach a player?
Yeah, but
he needs to, is he a good player?
So, man. Grealish. No, man. Think about these players.
Yeah.
The most skillful players in the Premier League. Grealish, St. Maximin, Zaha. Think about these players, right? And Mrs. Pepe, all in the same bucket. All similar players.
You think these guys are skiller than Bernardo Silva?
Yeah. No, be careful with that thing about skill or more skilled.
But you just said it too.
But so they're four of the most skilled players in the league.
Really?
That.
Pepe, wait, St. Maximin, Zaha, Grealish,
No, Cranky. I can't agree with that.
It depends how your maths out skills still in
They are faster, but I'm telling you this.
And put Traore in that list too.
No, man. Iron Balloon ain't good, man. Listen, Bernardo Silva is super skilled.
Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, yes, they're skilled. But
De Bruyne is not skilled enough.
De Bruyne is skillful.
No, Cranky.
How do you define skill? Management. Right. Because management. When I dip left and go right and leave you, that's skillful. I don't have to be in a little space like a Cazorla and beat you, and you think that's only skill. If I dip left and go right, in fact, that's probably more skillful because I'm gone.
Cranky, have you ever seen Bernardo Silva dribbling?
Bernardo Silva is like Cazorla. You can't get the ball off them no matter what you do.
Pepe and those guys are not skillful. Well, I don't know still. What? Hey.
Pepe is skillful.
I think they're faster.
And in fact, Laka and Abba said that when they asked them who's the most skillful Arsenal player, they said
that
Pepe
is the most skillful Arsenal player. Arsenal never had any skill player. Who is that Arsenal skill? Say who we going to compare him with?
No, Saka was there. Martinelli was there. They're not skillful.
Who?
Martinelli and Saka not skillful.
What kind of skill? Saka skillful where? Saka go down the line, cut over the ball, and cut it on him left foot, and then what? That's not skill.
So management, how you define skillful?
Listen, when Bernardo Silva have that ball in close range in the box, he gets past 3-4 players, and nobody can touch it.
What happens?
Mahrez. Listen, Mahrez.
Mahrez is skillful.
Mahrez is left-footed.
Is Zaha skillful?
I think Zaha
is Zaha skillful?
Yes, he's skillful.
Is Grealish skillful?
Yes.
Well,
are they more skillful than Bernardo Silva? No.
No, but I'm saying, management, I said 4 of the most skillful players in the league. I didn't say the management. Listen
but you have to have Bernardo Silva in that list.
No, but I'm talking about like wingers type players, right? Forward players, wingers type players.
Okay,
in the midfield.
So the 4 most skillful wingers.
No, but the 4 most skillful players in the league.
You think St. Maxima is skiller than Leon Bailey?
Leon Bailey is skillful?
I think probably Leon Bailey probably still have certain things to work on. In terms of skill set. Because he can dribble, but
man, I've seen man take the ball from his 18, go to the other 18. Has Leon ever done that?
Listen, Mrs. Salah do some things last season.
Salah is skillful. Salah is very skillful. Salah is skillful.
Okay.
Is skillful. There's a lot of skillful players in the league.
But you just called for it, don't call none of those players. And Salah play wing.
So management, the comparison was about players who are skillful but don't have the production.
You're talking about fast and foolish. You're talking about fast and foolish player like St. Maxima and Iron Balloon.
Their output doesn't reflect their ability. That was the point.
Well, okay.
Their output doesn't reflect their ability. They're skillful players, but their output and their contributions doesn't marry with their capability. And the question is why? They need to learn how to play football. No, it's not.
Skillful. Now go on film output wise.
Who?
Him tall, him very tall still. Now we have man is there go scroll up the head like. My ball have skill in him.
Which baller?
Kai Havertz.
You're really CC, man. You're just killing the conversation.
So CC, every conversation doesn't have to have a Chelsea player. And you talk about skillful? Pulisic is skillful. Pulisic is a skillful player. Ask Jamaica. Anyway, management, keep going, management. Ask Jamaica.
Hey, listen, this man bring up a name. You see this guy named Podence?
Neto is skillful also. Neto is skillful.
Yeah. Podence, yeah. So you have some very, yeah.
No, Saka is skillful, but the reason why you don't see Saka's skill is because he plays safe. But do you guys realize that?
I'm not skillful, cranky.
Well, he plays safe.
Listen,
and the reason why Pepe gets grief, because Pepe takes risks.
Listen, this cranky. Let us name the 10 most skillful wingers in the Premier League.
So number 1 maybe Salah.
Mahrez.
Salah, Mahrez, Diaz.
Zaha,
Grealish.
Yeah. Sterling.
Sterling.
Right. Wing.
St. Maximum is in that list.
No. Neto.
St. Minimum is in that list. Son in that list.
You see, we still don't call Saka name.
Wait. Because I don't think Saka is in the top. I'm saying skillful. Doesn't mean he's one of the most skillful. There's a difference. He's not in that list. Saka is not in the list.
Okay. We still don't call Pepe yet, you know.
Pepe is in that list.
Okay. What about Demarai Gray?
I think Gray is skillful. I don't think he's one of the most skillful.
Okay.
So about the guy when he Said Ben Rama.
Nah.
No, he's not even a winger. He's not even a winger, really.
Nah.
I don't think, you know.
See, I guess.
Don't think about wingers.
All right, maybe a wing. Wingers.
Hey, yeah.
Outside Ben Rama skiller than the for them winger.
But I didn't put Foden because I don't know where Foden plays. I have no idea where Foden plays.
He's very skillful, though.
He is very skillful, but I don't know where he plays.
Cranky, please answer before the game because he's not going to stop until you answer him. When we define it this way, we're just talking about persons who can do trickery with the ball and get past players. That's what we really.
Yeah.
Somebody saying Sancho.
But analyze what Frankie is saying, do you know?
You know, Jesus is skillful. He's just not a winger anymore.
What about Sancho? I don't know. I still not seen.
Sancho is skillful. It's just being hamstrung at Man U.
Yeah.
Sancho is skillful.
I don't know what you do to this person. Gentlemen, leave this alone. Cranky is not on this planet at all.
What Cranky said about Alan St. Maximin, a lot of persons might look at him and say, Rayante, Alan St. Maximin might be the most skillful player in the EPL right now.
St. Maximum is unplayable at times. You know what, guys? I watch Newcastle every week because
he might be the most skillful player in the league, man.
But I watch Newcastle because I watch Willock because Willock was at Arsenal and I follow Willock's career. And sometimes St. Maximum get the ball and there's 3 people around and there's nobody around. He goes back and they can't play. So they shift the entire team to cover him. What he doesn't do is know when to pass the ball. That's why he doesn't look good. When to create for others, he just creates for himself. Or he doesn't create anything. He runs in
Yeah.
Skillful.
Yeah, final game, and then we're going to run over to the coach's desk. Right? Yeah. City. No, Manchester United.
You mean score?
Versus Liverpool.
10 versus Liverpool.
Come on, Cracky. Come on, don't do Manchester United that. No, that guy.
Right. So I hear Cotinue and others on TalkSport saying it's going to be a draw game because I know there's
what?
He says it's going to be a draw game. He thinks it's going to draw. And Manu's going to turn up. Liverpool dominated even with 10 men against Crystal Palace. I don't know how you get to a draw game. I'm going to say Liverpool 3-1.
CC, what is your prediction?
Liverpool versus Manu. Boy, the way Manu is moving, and right now I'm telling you this. Liverpool and Manu not score no goal. 2-2.
Who going to score the 2 for Manchester?
Who's going to score the 2 goal for Manchester United?
You know, when somebody asks you a question, CC, and you repeat the question, it's because
no. So listen. Then if me say Cristiano Ronaldo go score the 2 goal, what if the coach wake up and decide say Cristiano Ronaldo not play today?
So who is going to score if not him?
Then that
who has scored for United this season?
Nobody not score yet.
So what make you believe that they're going to score 2?
What make me believe they're going to score 2? First of all.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you a different question. Right, have you seen them create chances so far that were clear, like goal scoring opportunities?
Let me tell you what makes me think they can score 2. Yes. Liverpool versus Manchester United is not Manchester United and Brentford. Liverpool versus Manchester United has more history, there's a lot more in the game for Manchester United. Manchester United is coming off of 2 blank week, conceding over 8 goals. This game, I think, based on how it plays out, the game is going to be a draw now. This game versus Manu has to do something.
You have more faith in Manchester United than the Manchester United fans. I don't understand this. And you support Chelsea.
No, but I'm telling you that, all right, why people I'm going to tell you, Manu might have, from a couple of seasons now, Manu not play nothing, but you have games that Manu just get up for. And I just feel like this is one of the games they might get up for, depending on how it plays out. And Liverpool is struggling in midfield. Liverpool is struggling in the middle of the park.
Did you watch the 2 Liverpool games?
Man,
even the Fulham game, did they look like they were struggling?
Liverpool is struggling in the middle in the park, Mannings, man.
In
And
the
they
two
were
games
struggling.
let me ask you again. In the 2 games that you watched, even the game they played with the last game versus Tottenham, they were struggling?
Not Tottenham, the last game that they played against Crystal Palace.
They were struggling?
They were struggling to break down Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, the way in which Crystal Palace set up against Liverpool, outside Luis Diaz, exceptional goal that he scored.
You think Manchester United have the defensive structure and midfield to do what Crystal Palace did?
That's just the thing with Manchester United. I don't think they probably possess that if you do what Crystal Palace did. That's why I'm saying that they're going to score over 2 goals on Manchester United. But I'm saying you see gaps in Liverpool's defense. Right now, I doubt them find a partner for only when Joe Gomez came on. That Virgil van Dijk right now don't have a partner. Run at the back of the park.
So Man U need to go back to the defense they had before. The Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, the Scandinavian kid, and Shaw. Go back to what you had before. It wasn't as bad as you're bringing a Champions League winner. You bring in Martinez. They haven't worked out. Go back to what you had before and put Fred and McTominay in the middle. Bench, they're not going to bench him, but bench Bruno. The problem you have is, man, they don't work hard enough. Rashford doesn't work hard enough. Bruno doesn't work hard enough. Ronaldo does no work unless he's going forward. And Sancho doesn't. So your 6 offensive players or 5 offensive players, or the 4, I should say,
are lazy.
Not work hard enough to prevent the attack from reaching your final third. The 4 top players don't work hard enough. So then it's easy for you to pass the halfway line and penetrate. And then what happens after that? Your defense is not good enough to withstand them. So
that's the problem with Bruno, is that Bruno is making certain. Bruno to me is the type of player who Bruno want to make some players that him just, it's like this man get the ball, boom, he want to play true pass in behind defense. He might try too much miracle pass. And when it don't work out,
I would play Eriksen for Bruno.
Him throw up him hands in the ear.
But listen, what I don't understand is that when people saying that Liverpool struggled against Fulham.
No, I actually think they struggled against Fulham. Given where the teams are and given how Fulham played, because Fulham could have won that game, you know. Their second goal was a lucky goal that Liverpool scored. Lucky goal. The ball dropped at Salah's feet. They could have lost that game.
And the next thing, you
they
realize
didn't show Crystal Palace though with 10 men. I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights. With 10 men, Crystal Palace would have done better, frankly.
Who's playing midfield for Liverpool come Man U game?
The Man U game should be Fabinho, Henderson, and Elliott.
Fabinho, Henderson, and Elliott.
Yeah.
And Elliott not look like ready.
No, man, Elliott ready, man. What are you talking
about? Watch the game.
Elliott's a good player.
He's a good player, but me.
Thiago, listen, I think one of the good things that happened to Liverpool for this Manchester United game is the red card to Darwin Núñez.
No.
I think for this game, they needed either Firmino or Jota.
Man, Núñez allow you to have. But here's the thing, man. When you drop deep, you condense the other team's defense. When you play up field like Núñez doesn't play on the shoulder, then the spaced out, you have more room to maneuver. And Núñez is big, strong, and got chances in that game too, man. You forgot?
Yeah. Well, I'm picking Liverpool to win 3 goals to 1.
I think the only bad news for Man U is that they couldn't get in Casemiro in time to play against.
I think when Liverpool are up by 2, Ronaldo is going to put up the finger saying that we just need 1 goal. And then you're going to get it this time. And then Liverpool are going to go 3-1.
What is Bra talking about, man? I told Bra that because I said Zaha doesn't track back.
Everything you said that you go come back to that, you know.
Doesn't mean I don't think you should track back. In the English football today, you can't play with 9 defenders. Everybody's play football with the ball, everybody's play defense. So because Zaha doesn't run back and Grealish is struggling to run back, that's why Grealish is affected.
The cranky £70 million for the 30-year-old Brazilian coming to Old Trafford.
That's what you call panic buying. So I spent here's this. So I spent $70 million for him or more. I'm sure they add-ons. I spent 50 something with Martinez, so that's 120 mil. And I have no idea what I bought.
Can you imagine though they bought
No
Martinez?
idea what they bought in. No, I think the reason they needed a Casemiro type of player. You know why? For seasons now, Manu and
CC, hold on, sorry.
But you know, me talking about
no, hold on. If they needed him, why didn't they go for him from the transfer window open?
All right, let me tell you. First of all, and successive coaches have came and the problem persists. Manchester United is trying to play a double pivot and trying to force some type of players. First of all, like Fred. Fred is a number 8. I watch a game with Manu playing 2 10s and a 8 or 2 8s and a 10 in at the middle of the park. There's no number 6. There's no defensive midfielder. They're makeshifting. Is a makeshift defensive midfielder. Fred is not a defensive midfield player, but he's playing in that position. So Manu needed this type of player from the year they realized.
Where does Fred normally play? Fred is an 8.
Fred is an 8, but Manu is trying to play him as a 6.
No, I thought they played McTominay as a 6. Manu's confused anyway, so who knows what they're playing?
But Manu confused, man. But that is the thing. They play McTominay with Fred sometime, and then play probably double pivot because they are trying to. McTominay, they might try to hide the gap that they are having, and I think that if you play Fred with a Casemiro, it is much better in the midfield.
Well, is it going to be Fred Casemiro or McTominay and Casemiro? I have no idea.
I think they probably end up playing Fred, Casemiro, and Bruno. So Bruno is the 10 and Fred is the 8.
I thought they would go for Savic versus going for Casemiro. I'll go for both Savic and Casemiro because they need someone in the midfield to dictate the play and to be box to box.
Yeah, I think that's the problem because I think Bruno, Bruno probably Bruno is more fit for a running style, running style.
Yeah.
Look at man. Look at my new team. Shaw is 30-something million.
Look, the man said that me are Manchester United because it's Liverpool. Go ahead.
I hate Man U more than I hate Tottenham, frankly. But we know Shaw is 30-something million. Maguire is
hold on, Cranky. You know that this is the man who said that we are going to have headache tomorrow because Bournemouth are going to beat we.
Yeah. It might come from Rockford. We are rock the fort. We are rock the fort at Bournemouth tomorrow. But we don't know this one. Wan-Bissaka is 50. Maguire is 80. Shaw is 30. And the kid from Real Madrid, what's his name? Is another 40. You're talking about what? 9 and 8, 17, 200 million pounds worth of defenders, and they can't defend.
That can't make none of those defenders can make any of the top 4. Like they can't make City defense, they can't make Liverpool defense, they can't make Chelsea defense, and they can't get into the Arsenal defense.
Man, 200 million pounds. 200 million pounds. Here's another thing to manage, man. You go in the midfield, Fred is 50-something mil, right? Bruno is what, about 40-something mil? McTominay was an academy graduate. So that's another about 100 million midfield. Then you go to forward line, Rashford is academy, Sancho is about 70-something, 80 mil. Ronaldo was free. That's a lot of money in the Mannings, man. And they're lost. A lot of money.
All they played Fred as a 6 and Ragnick played him as a 8. And he played pretty good at that time. True. Listen, Fred is a Brazilian. Fred can play football. I just think he has been used wrong. He's been used wrong. That is it. Simply put for me. And then Savage can dictate play. Cranky, you don't know ball. Shapemate. Ericsson and Davey dictate play. Savage is just another Fellaini.
Savic is a box-to-box midfielder who has double-digit goal and double-digit assists in the current year. So if he's not an offensive player, sometimes people make these comments, and I'm wondering, are you just trying to be contradictory, play devil's advocate? What are you talking about? The man has about 20 assists and goals are in double figures, and you're saying he's a Fellaini in playing midfield?
No, listen. Savage is a big baller, so I don't know. Maybe they haven't watched him. Yeah.
A Fellaini. Like, the man here is not even long. He doesn't have long hair.
Yeah, say Cranky, what Manu skip up, miss a beat. You know what Manu should have done? Manu should have gotten Casemiro, Savic, and kept Pogba. Because Casemiro,
you know what they should have done?
and Pogba would have been a better combination in midfield. They got rid of Pogba.
Pogba had to leave. Pogba had to leave. They couldn't. It wasn't gonna work.
But I think Pogba was. You know, some people probably are gonna say something when I say this. Pogba was the best player at Man U.
You're right. Listen, you know what I should have also done, CC?
What to do with Pogba?
A couple seasons ago, you know, I said to some, they cost me. I said to them, they needed to sell David De Gea and kept the youth named Henderson when he came back from his loan.
Yeah.
And they said me an idiot, him at the top goalkeeper. I said, no, he's getting to the place where he doesn't want to play for the club.
I think De Gea has up and down seasons, right? I think 2-3 years ago he had a really bad season. He was almost on his way out. He came back and was player of the year, almost like 2 years in a row. So I think De Gea has not been as consistent as need be. And his game against Brentford doesn't help him because it was dreadful.
But tell you, say, the reason why Pogba never wants to stay is because they never signed quality around Pogba that can complements Pogba's attributes.
Yeah, but Pogba was always injured.
Yeah, but
Pogba was always injured.
Look at it like this, Cranky. They signed similar player of less talent than Pogba. Because they signed Bruno Fernandes, who's playing probably similarly role like a Pogba, but he's less talented than Pogba. Why go for that player when you could get a proper defensive midfielder?
So, man, put up a comment where the PO says that Savic is Fellaini. You be comment session, no beat him for me now. Because beat him.
They beat him already, man. They beat him.
No, if you get beat for the rest of the night. Fellaini and Savic. Like,
where is it? Oh, jeez.
What a ridiculous comparison.
Romario Lawrence. I don't think he has watched Savage at Lazio. I don't think so. I don't think he has, yeah.
I don't know, boss, shaking my head. You should shake your head at yourself for making those comments about Fellaini and Savic. That's a crazy comment.
Pogba was it. Brandon is agreeing with your CC that Pogba. I think Pogba was the best player, but he, like this person is saying, how do you keep a player that don't want to stay?
No, but I'm saying to you that they cause. Remember, I'm sure. Look at it. Bruno Fernandes, since 3 months after he signed his contract, has been rubbish for Manchester United.
Listen, Manchester United,
and no, the media. You don't hear nothing too bad about Bruno Fernandes. If Pogba have a haircut, if Pogba I'm here, if Pogba this, Pogba that, Pogba this, the man had to leave because the media, everybody was blaming Manchester United failures and Paul Pogba.
Man, who's the most criticized player for Arsenal?
Like when? No? Is that Granit?
Or the most disappointing player for Arsenal, I should say.
Xhaka, man.
Granit.
No, the most disappointing player for us.
Pepe.
Why?
Because of how much they paid for him.
How much they paid for Pogba?
100 million.
Okay. Explains it. With high price tag come high expectation.
Who is the most disappointing player for Chelsea?
Exactly. He's now at Inter.
You know what?
With high price.
Listen, I think Manchester messed up their team when Ronaldo came to England to go to City and then bad mind and go buy him. They were on a good path, and when he came in, it immediately messed up Bruno Fernandes' play, affected how they deployed Pogba, the entire system of Manchester United.
But I think, I'm going to tell you what happened to management. Bruno Fernandes is not you. Bruno Fernandes, he plays in a running system. It's like how Ole was playing. That's the type of system Bruno Fernandes can play in. You notice Bruno Fernandes don't look so prolific in Portugal's team. Him look ordinary. Because Portugal don't play that way. So you realize it. I think Bruno's struggling is that Bruno is not an adaptable player. He has not been able to adapt to different types of type of systems being played. And I think the coach right now, him not gonna fit the coach philosophy based on how the coach wants to play.
Yeah, so Sancho hasn't got the same level of criticism. He's been criticized, by the way. You guys follow English media, has been criticized, but two things why he's got the same level of criticism. One is because the view is that it's the Man U team, not Sancho, because he did without Dortmund. Two is he's very, very young, and they still say he's acclimating to the English league. So when you're very, very young, you get some latitude to allow you to fail. And he's still very, very young, still learning his trade. But they're comparing how he did at Dortmund and saying it's a Man U team. What's the problem? Less Sancho. But at some point, it's going to be more about Sancho, just like Pogba, because they're going to be a beaten stick after this. But they have them all over the Man U team. They have Ronaldo, they have Maguire, they have Fred. Pick your number. They're going to pick on the young kid. They're going to pick on the more older players.
Yeah. So listen. No, but let me say this. Is Pogba more disappointed to Man U fans or Maguire?
Pogba actually. Pogba because when you have offensive talent, it costs a lot of money. The expectation is higher. Maguire is very disappointing, especially he plays for the England team. But Pogba came as a world beater, won the World Cup with France, so had great expectation. And the question is, the form for France, what does it translate to the Premier League and to Man U? That's the question.
Hey, let's do that. I need to tell Wall and Rockford. I will call you when Manchester United. You don't worry about Arsenal. I win 2 games already. I have 6 points. So nobody can talk. Me can't afford to lose a game. You can't.
If we lose tomorrow, we're still ahead of Liverpool and still ahead of Man U.
There you go. Listen, Romario, please leave this Fellaini and go and watch the player. This 40 goals that Fellaini scored is probably over 15th season. So
probably 39 headers and one right footer.
Yeah, that's tough. So leave it alone, man. He's not in. It's 2 different class. It's 2 different class.
No, hold on. This man has said which Brazilian go to Man United and light up the league. You have to look at it and say which type of Brazilian the man them buy. Remember, I think people disrespect.
No. You can't do that because listen. So how a Brazilian can go to City and light up over City?
No. CC's right. What CC's saying is that what type of Brazilian, which Brazilian players have Man U bought
exactly
that are offensive in nature to dominate the league? They have
they have none.
Exactly, and even so, the best Brazilian player that Man U bought prior to all of these players that they're buying was Anderson. Anderson
eating with a football.
Yeah, Anderson was the best player.
The McDonald's and the Wendy's and stuff, and the Burger Kings were too much for him.
Yeah, food mash him up because if you look, enough people don't know because people disrespect Anderson and don't know say Anderson was the best player they bought as a Brazilian.
Yeah, good player.
But Casemiro now, in my opinion, if you look at Casemiro, I watched Casemiro win Under-20 World Cup as the captain, and he came to Real Madrid 9 seasons, 18 trophies, and an integral part of Real Madrid up to this point. But you realize that Real Madrid buy Chouameni and they bought Camavinga. So the man say, I'm going to take a payday and go somewhere else. I have 5 Champions League. I don't need nothing else from Real Madrid.
Hey, Manager CC, is a quick deal, you know?
I'm telling you.
I mentioned the deal today and say, Casemiro, we're going to triple your wages. And he said, I'm gone.
Crack. I'm telling you, Crack, it must be something like that. Like they said to him, listen, Brethren, you're staying here for $180,000? Come on, you're getting 400. Just sign the team.
No, that's not the only question. That was point. They said, Real Madrid, we're going to give you $70 million for a 30-year-old. And they said, really? You drunk? And he said, no, we're not drunk. And they said, I just bought 2 young kids.
They paid about 80 for Chouameni, right?
80 for Chouameni, yeah. 80 million to man.
But they made back 70, right? That's a Chouameni money, right? That's all.
Well, with add-ons, they're going to give back the 80 million. With add-ons, they
money will look like they want to buy.
Yeah. All of you saying, listen, all of you saying that Arsenal play nobody yet. When we were losing last season, you weren't saying that. No, man, Arsenal. Listen, you're all gloating and blab carrying on. I don't care. Liverpool played. Who has Liverpool played? Hold on. Liverpool played this Fulham team that just come up in the league. All right, bam. Who they played? Crystal Palace that Arsenal played. So what?
Man, we finished 5th last season and we collapsed down the end. We have been doing well. We lost our first 3 games and still finished 5th. That's telling you a lot about the team. And it's a better team this year than last year. Barring injuries, we'll be okay.
Listen, here's this. Listen, I can tell you why he has been at Lazio, because Lazio priced him out of any transfer, Romario.
Yeah, they priced him out of transfer for years.
Yeah, for years. That is why he has not re-signed with them, because he decided that he's going to leave. He's just turned 27.
And nobody want to pay over 60 million for a 27-year-old except Man United, by the way. Yeah. Nobody want, because people want to have assets they buy that have longevity. Nobody want to buy a used car for overpriced used car.
Yeah. Nah. Hey, listen, it's 2 hours. So Cranky, good show today. CC, good show, Cranky.
You don't want to ask a question,
yeah,
Cranky.
hold on. Yeah, man, before you go, but Cranky, answer CC question and then you can.
Because in my opinion, these are the one, but I have to pick this. Which World Cup was Maradana's best World Cup?
CC, no, Cranky. Don't answer that question.
Hands of God World Cup.
Monday night.
He won it. He won it, so he got to be his best World Cup. He won the World Cup, so he has to be his best World Cup.
Cranky.
Man is more. No. I think 1990 was his best World Cup, but me just ask a question.
He won 86, so he has to be his best World Cup.
Cranky, you need to listen to me. CC is in a group with some debate going on. And he is being beaten in the group because I'm comments. So he comes here to answer, so he can go and say, listen, me just asked for I Am Sure Sports, and them said it. That's what he was trying to do. So
man is mad. If you win the World Cup and you're an integral part of it and you dominate it, you have to be best World Cup. He won.
No, man,
he beat
you
England
know
by
why
himself.
Man is gone. Because me just try to show it. I say, 1990 to me was his best though. But he won the World Cup 1986, so you can't dispute it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, let's and thank you for coming on, Crank. Listen, people, there is coaches that's going on right now. And Ryan LFC. So as soon as this is finished, you can jump over and support some of those guys.
One thing, the brain drain, I don't have vices except football. And I love my vice because it does make me drunk. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Football is my vice. So
yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'm grown, but I watch a lot of football because it's a grown man sport.
Yeah, man. So say 2 minutes for closing, Cranky and CC, same to you as well.
I will just say that I'm loving this Premier League season. Long may it continues. I expect to go 38-0, but I'll take 37 and 1 draw.
All right, CC, your dad.
Yes. Right now, to be honest, as I say, I am okay with my team, but I would like to see we get a striker. At the least, a striker for me to be comfortable in saying that we're challenging for the title, because that's what me want to do. I just want to finish top 4. Right now, my team is top 4 quality, but I would want to challenge for the EPL title, because the other team don't look like them really going to challenge for it, and we can't have City around with this title. But in my opinion, the challengers are, and this is going to sound weird coming from me, but right now I don't think we're challenging for the title. But the challengers I think is possible can challenge for the title is Arsenal can challenge Man City, but they don't have the maturity. That's the only thing I think Arsenal probably fail in, the maturity in the squad. But I think they have the potential to can challenge for the title.
Not if Chelsea buy Aubameyang, they'll be up there.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You don't rate Aubameyang as a footballer, but I rate him as a goal scorer.
Yeah, we do.
You have a good enough team to get in the ball so they can score
giving
goals.
The credence to what when I look at Arsenal's squad, Arsenal have 2, like in each position, Arsenal have a player that if one player out, they put in that player and the team don't really look that off. The team don't drop a level. And
you have not seen Thomas Partey out yet.
I know. That's the one weakness we have. Actually. We don't have.
I think that's probably the only weakness I see in the squad, though. But
I don't know if Ketia is at the same level as Gabriel.
But remember, Arsenal doesn't have Champions League to worry about.
We have Europa League. It's the same thing. It's 1 game a week.
Yeah, but I mean, depending on what Arteta decide to do.
We want to win it. What do you think?
No, I don't.
Oh, you mean no? Yes. We want to win it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We want to win it.
Win what, man?
How you mean win what? What is wrong? Listen, Cece, you're 2 minutes up here, man. What do you mean about win
it? If you can listen, answer me this question, Manage. If Arsenal can put up a serious challenge for the title by saying, all right, you know what, we're going to play a second string team up to the quarterfinal level if we get there in the Europa League?
That is the problem.
Which one you rather?
That is the problem. We want to be like City, can go to the finals of the Champions League and still be winning the Premier.
No. City, if I have a choice, CC, I prefer to win the Europa League. You know why? Because I get a trophy and I'm in Champions League.
And we would have won a trophy in Europe as well.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, big up Akubra, who says the bra signing out Arsenal for life. So Cranky has taken on the name. But people, bless up. Bless up.
Good night, everyone.
Cranky, CC went into the group and says 1990 was the best World Cup for Diego. That's what he put in the group, because I'm in the group.
Before I ask the question.
No. You know what the man them said to CC? CC, I have a doctor friend who can see you for free tomorrow. Can get your brain checked.
Hold on. Before we close, Mannings, we have to say this. And the man they want to say, Cranky, 1986, Diego won the World Cup, yes. But Diego won the World Cup with a question mark goal. Question mark. Remember, that is not the only thing Diego did. Diego boxed in one goal and he boxed out a goal. So he saved the goal with his hands. Hold on, Cranky. And he scored a goal with his hands. In 1990, Diego had 5 goals, 5 assists, and Diego run rampant in that tournament without cheating. And he lost to a better Germany team at that point in time. However, it was Diego's best performance at the World Cup, barring a cheating incident. So if a man want to come out and say
CC stats doesn't sometimes define
but
stats alone. CC. So how did 1990 CC? How did Argentina do in 1990? Did they win?
I'm saying to you, in 1990, Diego brought Argentina to the World Cup final.
You know how England lost? You know how England lost the semi-final? Well, how he scored a goal where he drew from half line, CC. He drew from half line, CC. It was the Hannah goal that he drew from half line, beat the entire midfield and defense and scored.
Yeah, plus
that was 86.
Plus him thump out one out of the goal.
But CC scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals. So you don't focus on the one that he used his hand. Think about the other goal he scored. CC scored that goal.
Hey, CC, hold on there. You know that. Hold on there. What people keep on missing, you know that in that game, I forget the name. I'm going to give you the name of the English player. Should have been red carded for a foul on Diego Maradona.
Man, England could have won that game, man. You know why England lost that game, man? Because they were in such an open society then, and they put their best winger on the bench and brought him on late. He set up 2 goals, one which Lineker missed. If John Barnes had started earlier, they'd have won that game, I'm telling you.
Yeah, there you go, Cranky. Listen, but people, we have to go because it has been over 2 hours. Cranky, thank you again. CC, thank you. Everyone in the comment section, thank you so much. Very good show. Let's see what the results will be when we do the review, see how many we can get right. All right, so thanks again to everyone for coming on. All the best to your team. We know what Arsenal will be doing. So at around 1 o'clock, Cranky and I will be celebrating. Don't know about anybody else. But
no, it's not 1 o'clock, it's about 3 o'clock. The game is 12:30.
Oh, yes.
You're not in Jamaica, man. You're traveling. In Jamaica. You give me wrong time. No, yeah, give me wrong time. Don't tell nobody what game time the game is. Don't tell them what time the game is. Just say the game is playing tomorrow.
Yeah, the game is playing tomorrow. Yeah, so people, bless up. Enjoy the rest of your night. Remember, Coach's Desk, you can jump over there now. And the Ryan LFC is also on for those of you who want to hear more about the Jamaica Football Federation. So bless up, everybody. Have a good night. We are, as usual, over. And we are out.
Watch about dog, SK New Erdis. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocherase, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Yeah. Someone on for the food from we young, from we day, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.